about a surgery center that's like no other in the country. At Lestenac Clinic in Orange County, procedures are free, and it's all thanks to generous donation from the Thompson Family Foundation. It just opened to serve low-income residents and those who are uninsured or underinsured.
Yes, and we're going to be talking about how it's working out and what those services are. So we want to bring in now Ed Gerber. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me. It's exciting to be here today.
Well, I'm assuming with this type of clinic being offered free surgery, people hear anything with medical care for free.
Right.
You must be getting so many inquiries as to, if people can come in. How are patients selected?
So patients are selected through different community clinics throughout Southern California. So we partner with a lot of the different federally qualified health centers and free clinics throughout Southern California. So if their doctor, recognizes that there's a surgery that we can perform, we have a connection through internet that they can put the person on a wait list and come over to get us.
And what types of things are we talking about? Things like colonoscopies? Is this like skin cancer removal? Are these major surgeries? What are we talking about?
Well, most of what you just said. So a lot of colonoscopies, endoscopies, and colonoscopies are important because you're saving lives with colonoscopies.
Right.
People don't realize that.
Yeah.
And it's very important that we do those. But also, removal of different cancers, skin cancers. But we also want to start doing cataract surgeries for people that can't get cataract surgery.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is in the medical world, a lot of the procedures that we take, like hernias, for example. If you go into an emergency room with a hernia, as long as it's not ready to erupt, they're just going to send you home.
Wow.
So it's not a life-threatening disease or a life-threatening issue. So they consider it in a lot of cases to be cosmetic surgery. So, so we have patients that have hernias afraid to go to work because they can't, they're afraid of bursting the hernia.
Right.
So those are one of the procedures that we'll be doing at
You're going to improve quality of life, it sounds like, for so many people. This is amazing. Okay, so the first surgery is scheduled for next month.
Correct.
Tell us what it is and how many you're planning to do each month.
Well, we plan on doing at least 20 a week is what our hopes is to get. So
20 a week?
20 a week.
Wow.
So,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what is that, 40, 80 a
Yeah,
month? 80
well,
a month?
trying to do the math,
Trying to
but I
add
don't-
this up in
You
my
got
head.
it, 80 a month
So
about.
we're trying, the goal is to get to a point where we're doing 10 each day we're open.
Okay.
And we're planning on opening it like Friday and Saturdays. It's really depending on the volunteer surgeons and anesthesiologists as to when they're available. So, that would be one of the things I would ask today if anybody wants to volunteer, credentialed doctors that would like to partner with us to be able to do these surgeries. But our hopes is to do 10 cases each day that we're open. So, that's important to a lot of people's lives to be able to do that.
Oh, absolutely. I just wonder, is this kind of the new frontier when it comes to healthcare? Is, people are having such problems with their insurance companies. To have a foundation step in and say, we see a real need here, having volunteer doctors come in. I mean, is this, are we looking at a new wave of healthcare moving forward?
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, the healthcare is just changing so dramatically
rapidly.
that we're just trying to keep up with what's going on. So we've been around for 30 years now, so I can't say it's been a change. There's always been this problem. But we're hoping to make a difference and make a bigger difference than we ever have before. So with the help of the volunteer physicians, I think we're going to make people's lives much better.
Yeah, I think you are too. This is a new wing to the Lestenac Clinic. So tell us more about what you guys have been doing. You mentioned how long you've been doing now.
Sure, yeah, we've been around since 1979. I've been there for 32 years. But we provide primary care and specialty care. And where we got into doing the surgeries was the specialists get frustrated.
I'm
so you can imagine you're a doctor and you say, okay, we're seeing this patient and he needs cataract surgery of an ophthalmologist, but we can't get you cataract surgery. So the doctors get frustrated. So this is kind of an offshoot of a continuation of what we've been doing to say we can make a bigger difference than what we have. If we just had the money to do it, we could do it. And thankfully to the Nancy and Bill Thompson Family Foundation, we got the money to be able to do that. So this was about a $6 million project. The Thompsons put in about $4 million.
Wow.
And then a group by the name of Alapio and Shaw Happiness Foundation put up another $2 million. And because of all these philanthropy coming together, nonprofits coming together, and the physicians coming together, we're going to make it. I just know we're going to make a huge difference. We're going to save some lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
So important.
Ed, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
We appreciate you taking the drive in.